So still sticking out west, talk about Golden State as we mentioned. Both you guys have Jordan Poole as the most improved player. Is Golden State the favorite to win the title with the emerging of Poole and alongside Devin Booker's injury? We'll talk about his injury a little bit later. How does that affect Phoenix? But now that with Jordan Poole becoming that third splash brother out of nowhere, is Golden State now the favorite to win the title and come out the West?
Kyle's favorite, I guarantee you that. Go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't like to put that out there because I'm like, I'm not superstitious, but at the same time, I want to leave room for, the one thing that I'll say about the Warriors is that sometimes it feels like they winning comes so easily to them that sometimes they might take certain moments for granted, not entire games, certain moments during a game that they might just take for granted, saying like they got this, they don't have to worry about it. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe I am, but that I sometimes I feel like you can be so talented and have such a loaded roster that it could be a matter of you just getting complacent at times, So I'll say that, but I do feel that they've been a favorite, even though they slipped to the third seed. I think they've been at least one of the, favorites for, at least most of this season because they've, and they just turned it up a notch in the postseason against Denver. I don't see anybody else coming out other than the Suns, despite Devin Booker's injury.
I have to agree with everything you just said, man. I think that the Suns, let's start with the Warriors, man. All credit to them, man. They're playing great basketball. Like Jordan Poole is quickly becoming one of my favorite players. Now, with the Suns, it's not even just a matter of me being a fan, but I'm not going to sit here and count them out because of Devin Booker's injury. Because a month ago, everybody was counting them out because of Chris Paul's injury.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they increased their lead in the West. You know what I mean? So, when are we going to learn to stop doing that?
Right.
The Suns play defense.
You got the top two defenses exactly in the league, Warriors and the Suns.
And that's why it's going to be a dogfight between the two of them, whether Booker is in or not. You see what I'm saying? The Warriors are only ever going to lose to a team like the Suns, and the Suns are only going to lose to a team like the Warriors. You know what I mean? So I don't think it really changes a whole lot, especially since the hamstring was kind of mild, wasn't it? He might be back before 7, so the Suns just got to pull one more out, I would think.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything I feel like if they're going to, if they can really close this out quickly, then he'll have that much more rest, much more time, and I think they'll be fine,
So without him, the Suns have to win. I'd say one more. He'd probably be back for Game 7. I'm thinking.
Wait, against the Pelicans?
Yeah.
Or round 2.
Seriously, right
no.
As I heard, he was out for 2 games.
No. Book's supposed to be out for 2-3 weeks. He missed Game 3, Game 4, but now he's out for 2-3 weeks. Yeah, he got a grade 1 hamstring strain. Yeah,
all right, that changed. I see. The last I had heard it was that it was mild. So you know what I memean. So forgive me on that, but I mean, they're not playing the Warriors in this series. They're playing the Pelicans. You know what I mean? CP3 has done a phenomenal job, man. I mean, we can't sleep on the Suns because Booker's out. I think they take the Pelicans in 7. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And then if that gives them enough in 7, I think it goes to 7. Yeah. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to. We're not going to. We're not going to take. No, it's going to be a dogfight with our Book. But you know what I mean? Our defense is going to prevail. We got this. You know what I mean? I think it's 7. And then Book will come back after round 1, and we'll be back in it for 2.
So that pretty much goes into the next one with Devin Booker's injury. So, Kaine, you already know you're a Phoenix Suns guy. I know you're going to ride with the ship.
Absolutely.
I think with Phoenix, like I said, I'm a little bit concerned about their series with the Pelicans because, number one, they're a very well-coached team, Willie Green, who was an assistant coach under Monte Williams. So he already has experience and played too in the league. So I'm very concerned about that. He's going to have his team. The Game 4, they fought tooth and nail. I mean, that kid, that point guard, I forgot his name. Alvarado. He was all over. He was all over Chris Paul like a pit bull, man. I mean, you got to give him credit. They got young studs. They got undrafted rookies there who want to play hard, who want to make a name for themselves. They got chips on their shoulder. They got the perfect guy. I think Willie Green down the line, 10, 15 years, he might be one of the next great head coaches mentioned because how he has that Pelicans team fighting. Remember, they weren't even expected to go anywhere after Zion was done for the year, but you got Brandon Ingram, who is balling in this series.
Yeah.
But you know, Zion dunks, you know, he can still he dunks. So, you know, all those videos where he's dunking, he's a superstar, man. Come on.
Congratulations. Zion Williamson, who's 6'6", is dunking in an NBA court. I mean, wow, you're supposed to do that when you're that tall and that athletic. Whoa, let's throw a parade. He just won a championship. But
I think, Werls, to your point, I think that's why the Pelicans take him to 7. You know what I mean? Because they are next. The Pelicans, to me, are just like Memphis. You know what I mean? They're the future of the game. You know what I mean? Like, I look at both of those teams the same way. I think there's just a crap load of superstars coming off of those teams. You know what I mean? And I think they have the future. You know what I mean? But I think Suns got too much firepower. They too much experience in the top of the playoffs. They're going to take it in 7, even without Dev.
Yeah, that's one of my things. I always feel like, you know, you got the youth, you know, and the inexperience of the postseason. So totally different beast. That's what I said about Cleveland. You know, when it was mentioned, oh, you know, they could go for, you know, they only had 1 or 2 players on there who had, you know, ever tasted postseason for. And it's going to be the same situation with the Pelicans. You know, they're going in there like, you know, hey, they don't know what they're supposed to. They don't know that they're quote unquote supposed to lose. They're just going out and they're balling their hearts out, you know, whatever. And that's what that is. But at some point, the lack of experience is going to get to them, and the lights are only going to get brighter.
But I'm not. Yeah, the future looks bright for New Orleans. You know what I mean? And I'm not taking anything away from them. I think the fact that I said they're going to 7 shows you how much I respect that team. Yeah, you know what I mean. I think they're going to 7. I think they're going to put it up, but I think Phoenix will pull it out in the end. Yeah.
Well, it's tied 2-2 now at the time of this recording, so I would try to close them out in 6 because with the playoffs, especially with all the injuries that we see in Devin Booker's hammy, Kyle Lowry, now got a hammy issue. So you don't want another one of your star players to roll bad on the ankle or get back spasms and they out for a game. Get him out the way as quick as possible. Give you more rest time so Booker get more treatment on that hammy. But I think Phoenix is gonna beat them in 6. Now I do have worry if they go to the next round. No, everything you guys just mentioned, because Phoenix is hungry. They lost last year. CP3 is hungry. He wants his first ring. Devin Booker has elevated his game from last year to this year. He's hungry. He was in the discussion for MVP. Monty Williams is in a discussion again for Coach of the Year. They won 60+ games. So I think, like everything mentioned, Phoenix is definitely more hungrier to win this year. And I mentioned too, I'm going to try to go quick with this. I think Ayton, now that Booker was down, Ayton had to be like the number 1 scoring guy. Instead of his usual 17 and 10 that he averaged for the season, he needed to give you 25 and 15. Like those early Anthony Davis when he was in New Orleans, Giannis type numbers. Because like he wanted that max contract in the beginning of the season. He didn't get it because Phoenix thought, well, we didn't think you were that guy. You haven't showed us enough growth, enough improvement to give you 150+ million. He needed to be that guy. Now he did it in games 3 when he had 23 and 8, and game 4, 28-17. But it's like, all right, you need to continue. We need to count on you. And you gonna be that number 1 scoring option. CP3 is 37. He can't score 30 like he used to. In the clutch, we can count on CP3, but not, 37 years old. That's a lot of miles on that body. I think Cam Johnson needs to step up. 13 points, 4 out of 12, 8 points, 3-17 shooting, 11 points, 4-10 shooting. And you want a big deal too, Cam Johnson? You're not going to get it with that type of number. Jay Crowder, even though he's more known for his defense, Mr. 1-1-1-1 in game 1, he needs to step up too. Jay Crowder needs to get at least 10, 15 points a game because they got to rescore. They got to replace Devin Booker's 28, 29 points per game that he gave you guys in the postseason, 26 that he gave you in the regular season. So those guys need to step up. But
it kills me though. Cam Johnson is a 30-point a night guy, but sporadically.
Well, if he gets hot, and he
Let's
wants
see what he
he wants a
does.
new deal too. So it was like
Yeah.
you gotta be consistent.
Let's see what he does tomorrow night.